There's an interesting new article that just showed up yesterday. So apparently people at the palace and the UK newspaper offices are talking all about Meghan's preparation for a divorce. Everybody agrees that she's devious, she's bitter, she's twisted, and she is out for revenge. The article says a royal insider claims King Charles III could soon offer Meghan Markle a $50 million divorce settlement. Well, but I don't believe that figure is correct at all. According to people who actually know what's going on, Meghan's starting point is $100 million, and it is supposed to be in pounds instead of dollars. Now, okay, to be fair, Charles can't afford $100 million, and I guess he's willing to pay that, but he's gonna want some watertight conditions attached to it. Meghan's gonna hire some sharks as her divorce lawyers, but you know what? The palace lawyers also fight dirty. And if lies or even truths or accusations or racist attacks continue to be aired in public, both sides stand to lose a lot. Both are going to want guarantees that the divorce is going to be final. Final in both deeds and words. So when it's finally the end, it's going to be a real ending, and the palace announcement is going to express regret and sadness, of course. I don't think they can say what they really want to say. And Meghan's lawyers are going to try to have a say in what goes into the royal announcement too. The public, though, well, we're not going to know a thing. Are we going to find out exactly how much Charles pays her? Of course not. Are we ever going to get to see the report of her bullying? Well, no. And are we going to have that surrogate scam finally exposed? I doubt it. Will the palace release details of the investigation they made into her yachting days? Again, that's a big no. But will Meghan have a chance to speak out and blame somebody else for the divorce? Probably not. I would actually be shocked if negotiations are not already happening. Honestly, it just makes Meghan's fantasy stronger, and it just makes Harry more of a wimp. I don't think anything is going to be resolved. I think the best thing would be for Charles just to stay out of it. I can think of about 1,000 ways that money could be put to better use in the UK. I mean, Charles could help the homeless and struggling people who are living in his own country. I wouldn't give Meghan a penny. It is Harry's mess to clean up, so let him figure it out. Just like all the other times, the royal family, though, is going to step in and they're going to try to make it all go away. But I don't know if it's going to work this time. But I have a good idea about how the royal family could make Meghan go away. All they really need to do is expose the surrogate scam. Meghan is going to be the laughingstock of the entire world, and nobody is ever going to want to hire her for anything. The royal family will not have to pay her a dime in the process. Now, I suspect that King Charles would pay her a little something because he doesn't want to look politically incorrect. Meghan can easily take advantage of California divorce laws, and she can force Harry to split the assets 50-50. But if Charles actually pays this staggering amount to Meghan, I mean, apart from really pissing off the taxpayers, it's going to put at risk the relationships of any of the current younger royals, because they could easily fall prey to gold diggers in the future. In the long run, it would not be a smart move. And also, wouldn't Harry have to agree to a divorce? It could be reported that he's feeling miserable, but he still seems to be head over heels in love with Meghan, or rather in lust, I guess is a better expression. It's going to lose the nation's confidence and respect if King Charles pays off somebody like her. I just have so many questions. Are people going to be expected to keep on pretending to believe in these invisible children? And you know what? If Charles gives her anything, it's going to make him look weak. Now, I'm sure that Harry at some point is going to want to get out, but I think the king needs to be more proactive instead of just letting Meghan and Harry get their way. Anything that needs to be exposed needs to be exposed. I don't care who it bothers. And if not, no member of the royal family can ever really feel safe again, even within their own family. But I don't know that this plan is perfect. I mean, what about courtiers or maybe Meghan's friends who have seen the moon bump supposedly? Or what about people in Meghan's family who know the truth of the children and could expose it? They are the first problems I see, but I'm guessing other people would be prepared to speak out. I don't think everyone can be bought off. I think it's important that the royal family makes a new rule to require prenuptial agreements for all future royal marriages. Actually, there could already be a rule like that, but Harry pitched a little fit in the floor like a toddler so that Meghan wouldn't have to sign one. I remember a long time ago when I heard Meghan say, "I'm an American and don't really know anything about the royals." And at that moment, I could tell that she was a fraud. She was a gold digger. She was trolling the streets of London trying to meet a wealthy royal man. She was a social influencer with a blog, and she was all over Harry in that disgusting interview. I think, though, Harry and the firm's attorneys need to be quick, because Meghan and Harry are at the halfway point for California's infamous 10-year law. So, according to the 10-year law, the spouse with the most annual income has to pay alimony for as long as the recipient remains single. Pretty scary stuff, huh? Now, child support and custody, that's a whole separate legal issue. But see, I think if the royal family could just release all the information, all the dirt they have on Meghan, that would expose her as a liar. Hollywood A-listers would want nothing to do with her, but on the other hand, her little porn career may flourish again. I think Harry, though, is going to be forever seen as an idiot and just another sucker who thought with his penis instead of his real brain. And unfortunately for us, but I guess fortunately for Meghan Markle, Charles wants this all to happen very quietly. See, unlike you and I, Charles actually can afford to give Meghan whatever she wants. He can afford that £100 million easily. It's not going to make a dent in his money. He didn't have to pay £250,000 to the woman Meghan threw tea at, but he did it. We would all love Meghan to just walk away with half the money Harry has, but of course that's never going to happen, because half of zero is still zero. But if Charles gives her money, it's going to set a very scary precedent indeed. I mean, one gold digger in the family is more than enough. I think it's important not to encourage any more in the future. Meghan should go 50-50 because that is what California law dictates. She's already spent most of Harry's inheritance money and they don't even own that house, so I would guess there's not a whole lot to divide. Meghan wants a payoff, and she was even recorded as saying that she would be gone for $100 million, and this was at the start of their marriage. Yeah, it's really true love, huh? Meghan doesn't have anything left to sell, though. She's only got more lies and made-up stuff and a horrible memoir that she has supposedly written. The sooner that this scandalous chapter can be closed, the better. And let's be honest, Meghan had all of this planned out even before she married Harry. Harry was just too stupid to understand that he was being used, but everybody else could clearly see it. The whole marriage was one big exercise in con by Meghan, her mother, and then Marcus Anderson, too. Meghan Markle is a tramp. She uses men to make money. I mean, she was doing it first on the yacht, she was doing it at Soho House, and then boy did she land her biggest client ever in Harry. And I do wonder what would happen if the royal family told her, no, we're not going to pay you anything and you just need to go away. Maybe Meghan could just get a normal divorce settlement. She doesn't deserve anything at all, though. She's not royal. She used Harry, and she did every evil thing that she could think of doing to the family. So why on earth does she deserve more than the standard divorce settlement? She's not going to stop, even if she gets a big settlement, which was probably all part of her plan in the first place, before she even hit on Harry. And only recently, didn't some people prove that this is really a moot point because eventually these truths are going to come out through some other avenues? In a way, that would be better. I mean, you can only hold back a leaky dam for so long. So if it comes out not through the palace, then I guess they have officially held up their part of the deal to respect everybody's privacy. I mean, just think about how that South Park episode showed up without warning, but my goodness, did it ever succeed in saying what all of us have been thinking. And it was a global humiliation for Meghan. See, Meghan hated it. A narcissist cannot stand that. And as for the final amount, I think it depends on what the palace has on Meghan, how much dirt. Of course, we don't know that. But you know what they say, revenge is a dish best served cold.